Well, good morning, guys, and I apologize for not having a video yesterday. And It's still early morning; sun's barely coming up, so I got to keep it quiet because neighbors are right next door there, and yeah, I wasn't feeling the greatest. Still not feeling 100%, but definitely better than yesterday. So I came out this morning. I figured we'll do a little stuff in the garden today and take a look at things. I do have some tomatoes that need to be harvested. They are nice and ripe and ready to go. Um, I also brought out some diatomaceous earth. You guys remember a couple videos back, I wanted to get at those ants over there on the side of my garden. They they were biting me last time, black ants. So yeah, I want to get these guys right down here. So I brought some diatomaceous earth out, and we're gonna sprinkle this around before the heat of the day gets going. Wrong scoop. That way, when they do come out, it'll already be spread. Um, I'm sure once I start moving around in here, they're gonna start coming out anyways. But yeah, and then we got some serious issues going on in this garden, and I don't know what's going on here. So all this is ground up shells, I think. Yep, as soon as I stepped over here, there they are. We're just gonna spread this around pretty liberally. The reason I haven't put any out before this is because of all the rain we've been having. Look, I am covered in them already. Oh, good God. They are everywhere. I'm literally covered. Literally covered. And I barely stepped over there. So they are everywhere over here. I'm just gonna liberally put this down. Right? So they climb over this and it cuts the exoskeleton. And that will basically dry them out because their skeletons are on the outside. So this stuff will cut that exoskeleton and let them basically pass away. But yeah, I wish I'd shown you my leg right there for a second, but yeah, I barely stepped over there and I was covered. So that's taken care of. We may have to spread that around more because they probably move. But I don't know what is going on with there we go, with our cantaloupe plants. The vine is just dying off. So now I keep saying vine board, but I don't see any entry points. I don't see that these have split. Although the soil is pretty dry, and I don't know how because I literally just watered the other day. And we had rain, so I don't know. I'm guessing maybe, just maybe, and get enough water. So we got some mushrooms growing. That's not a good sign, but yeah, see, this pot's a little bit moister. So we're definitely going to have to water today. Little side note. So I did recently find out we do have, oh, the bugs got this tomato. This one's just got a blemish on it, so it's still good. Doggone bugs. Oh no, you know what? That might be from the birds. Birds might have been pecking at this one. That pepper is getting there. I think we might be able to harvest that the next day or two, if not today. That was a little harsh. Wasn't quite ready to go yet on that one. But I'll let it ripen the rest of the way in the house. I do apologize. I'm still stuffy and whatnot. I got you down there and I'm working over here. These are things I need to learn to do better at when I'm videoing you guys stuff. Oh yeah. That's a little blemish in there, but I don't think the bugs got at it. Got one more over here. Oh no. That one's all tore up. Good news is we can put this in the compost area over there. I say compost. I'm not really composting per se. Oh yeah, bugs got this one too. God golly. They really did a number on this one. Hey, I can't complain. I got more tomatoes out of this garden than I got out of last year's garden. So we're doing good. So anyway, back to my story. Now I live in a small town, and get this one. Probably gonna get covered in ants again over here. All right, that's good. Yeah, there's another good one. Live in a small town in Georgia, and we're not too far from the city of Atlanta, and I live pretty much downtown. We are going to get rid of this cabbage in here. So, good news, bad news. Good news is, the cabbage can grow. Bad news is they're not growing to maturity, and then they're rotting on the vines. So, oh yeah, I hate. Now the bugs have gotten this one too. Great. We're just going to tear this little guy out of here, and I know you guys can't see me again. I'm sorry. I wish I had one of those cameras that turned with me. But anyway, I live in a small town, and I'm walking distance to downtown. I'm like probably 20 minutes or so from the downtown area. And I found out the other day from one of my friends I work with who lives here as well, these corn cobs are much better than last year. We actually have a bear in our little lovely town. I say little, it's a pretty expansive town, but I don't want to say it's rural. It's not rural, but yeah, anyway, so we have a bear running around. Earlier this year, we had a coyote. And the reason I know it was a coyote is because it was literally outside my bedroom window, which is on the lower level. And I know what a coyote sounds like. Lived in the country for a long time. Anyway, so yeah, I've got to be a little more careful. I know sometimes you can see it. I have a weapon on me. And I really didn't start carrying a weapon till fairly recently, but even when I'm outside now, I have something on me. I just don't want to take that chance and be a statistic. So, other good news. Anyway, so if you see it in the video and you're not, you don't like them, I'm sorry. I do apologize, but my safety comes first. And I just want to clarify that it's not that I don't know if we can. You know what? Let me flip you guys around so you can see my mug up close and how clean and shaven I am. Nice. Look, finally. So I thought those were red. Appears they may be yellow. And then right there's that guy. So he's got a little more time to grow. And then up at the top, we have a bunch more coming in. I'll be pleased as pudding. But I do know, because this is the cage that I put in for them, but this is way up here. So I'm probably gonna have to get some stakes, and we'll have to stake those up, and we'll probably go. I've got to go out. I haven't. I took an extra day off of work this week, and I just haven't been to Costco or to get gas or anything like that. So I figure what we'll do is, when I go to Costco and get gas on the way back, I'll stop at Home Depot. So we'll get some steaks, some of the taller steaks, like I did for the corn here. You guys can't see me again. I really need a videographer. But who can afford that? All right, so yeah. So these taller steaks here, they are steel wrapped inside of a plastic pole. I thought they were fiberglass, but they're steel. I'm a little bit happier about that than if it was fiberglass. And I'm sorry, guys. I am on a slope, and I just can't seem to get that right. There we go. So peppers are starting to turn finally. I was getting worried because last year the same thing happened. The peppers were growing, but then they were instantly rotting on the vine. So I think part of my problem last year was I didn't have enough lime going into the pot. So with the lime that we got this year, that hopefully is resolving some of those issues. I think there's still some more issues that we need to resolve. I would love to get an automatic watering system for this, but again, that outside spigot is a problem. It leaks, and so this house was built in the late 90s, probably early 2000s, somewhere around there, right? And they use that stupid plastic pipe, and I'm literally terrified to even try and remove that spigot off of that pipe, due to the fact that I'm afraid it'll snap. So yeah, I want to figure out some kind of watering system. Now I have seen at Tractor Supply, they have like 50, 100-gallon tanks or barrels, whatever. So my thought is maybe I can get a small solar pump or something, right? And utilize that. Unfortunately, the perfect spot for it is on the downhill side. So that would be the perfect spot for it. But the ultimate spot would be on the uphill side, right? So the pump wouldn't really have to work as hard because the water would just naturally want to flow down, right? So, been thinking about something like that, possibly getting, something like a 100-gallon drum or 50-gallon drum or something, right? Having it filled with water, have a solar pump on it, so that I guess they have a little battery pack that comes with it, and put that on the system and let it, probably a drip system or a small mist system. Put that on there, let that go, do its thing. But this is all like future stuff. Again, this all costs money, and right now, I don't have a way to generate an income off of this. It's just too small. It's barely providing me with anything right now. But again, my goal is to figure out how to do this. I grew up putting everything in the ground. And the ground here in Georgia is a lot different than the ground that I grew up in. The ground I grew up in was black soil, fertile. Like, you really didn't have to do much to it. And we had neighbors who had cows and chickens, and we got free fertilizer for that, and we never had to really fertilize. So container gardening is all new to me. Like this year, I learned I put too much in one spot, right? So I've got to rethink how I do things for next year. Like maybe the vining things will go down at the end here. That'll give them room to spread out. And I'd like to build something up off the ground for them to go vine onto, so that they're not laying on the ground or bent over, right? Because I have them on a trellis and they're bent over, and I think that's probably part of the reason they're dying off. The ones that the one I like, the cantaloupe that's doing better is the one that's not bent over anything. It's just kind of laying on the ground. So I think that's something I need to look at. Oh, as soon as I hang up with you guys, or stop recording with you guys, got a bug I got to check out, see what it is. So yeah, I need to rethink what I'm doing here. I don't know if there'll be a second video this week, just because, like I said, I'm still not feeling 100%. I'm probably literally going to go inside after this, and I literally just got up, but I think I'm going to go take another nap. So probably won't be another video this week. I'll probably put this one out tomorrow. Today's Tuesday. I'll probably put this out tomorrow on Wednesday, and I'll try and squeeze some shorts in for you guys, of course. I want you guys to have as much video. You deserve it. You've given me your attention. You've given me your follows. So I feel horrible when I'm under the weather and not out here trying to make content for you guys. So this will probably come out Wednesday. Tomorrow, if I'm feeling better, maybe I'll come out, do some more in the garden, and maybe we'll get after these pepper plants, get them staked up, because by tomorrow I should have the stakes and whatever. I'm definitely going to water these here in a little bit, because I need to get some water on these, because clearly they're dried out. I guess we just didn't get as much rain here as I thought we did, because I did water. I watered Saturday night when I came home. I didn't water yesterday or Sunday, and I didn't water yesterday because yesterday I just, like I said, I wasn't feeling up to anything, and I got up, but I didn't get up, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna give these guys some water for the morning, and actually, let's turn this a little bit this way so you guys aren't on the, you're still gonna be crooked. I can't win with this. I flipped my phone around a different way, and I'm not sure I like it. So anyway, but gonna give these guys some water here in a little bit, and get these down. I think what I'm gonna do right now is, I did bring some fertilizer out, so we'll give these guys a little bit of food in each of the pots, especially the oh great, broke that. It's all right, we'll survive, right? Okay, so this one is Feed and Grow Naturally. This one was a 217-0. So this is more, I think this is more phosphorus, so these guys will need it. These guys are looking pretty good. I'm just gonna give these guys a little shot too. Try not to get them onto the leaves and stuff. So these are what's left of the strawberries down here, which I'm doing. You can't really see it, but we're giving the strawberries some. We're gonna give the pepper plants some, because right now they're growing. Now the stuff that I use for the the lime, or I forget what they call it, is still on the ground and on a lot of these. So that tells me it's probably still working. And that might be what, so I think that's what the problem was last year. Is I already gave you some. Let's give you guys some. Get these flowers growing better. I think the problem was last year I didn't have any of that. I didn't have the lime or the was it bicarbonate, or I hate when I can't remember things, especially when I'm trying to teach people what I'm doing when I'm not, don't know what I'm doing myself really. So I'm giving the potatoes some more food because potatoes, they are heavy feeders. So we're gonna give these guys some food here, and hopefully with the water and everything, this will help out. But again, I don't see any vine borers on there, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. Now, this one stalk of corn does not look really great, and that could just be that. When that windstorm came through, it bent it over, so it could just be that. I'm not sure, but hopefully it will continue to grow and we'll get some corn out of that this year. The black bucket, let's cover that real quick, and that may be something we'll do tomorrow. So the black bucket, which had, if you recall, this had the broccoli in it. I'm thinking I might try one of two things. I may try to put like 6 ears or 6 corn stalks in here, because you want to get your corn stalks together so that when they pollinate, they pollinate each other. They're supposed to pollinate these things here. So this is what I should be doing occasionally, right? And you want it to get on this stuff. So all those little hairs that you see coming out, once those get pollinated, the more those that get pollinated, the bigger your corn's going to be, the more kernels you're going to have on it. And there's some more ants. Good golly. So you really want to kind of grow corn together. And the reason they tell you 6 to 12 inches planting, blah, 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 that's for planters. They, like when they plant the corn in fields, right? So what's on the package is clearly not for container gardening. And last year I kind of did better, but kind of didn't. The problem I had last year was the daggum squirrels were getting in there. They were biting the corn stalks off, so it really stunted the growth of those. So they didn't really have a chance to really grow to maturity. But as you can see, these stalks, right, they're about 5 feet right now. Almost. This one's probably closer. This one and the one on the end, I think they're the same variety, are probably closer to 6 feet. So they're growing pretty well. Now, I'm used to a nice, like, thick stalk, and these are not as thick. So they're pretty big. Especially this one and the one down at the end there, they're pretty big. This one was the first one that kind of fell over, but I got him up right away, and the one at the very end fell over probably a week or two after that. Then these two, the other two that are over here, those two, they went down in the last storm. So I have a feeling that might have stunted their growth, but those, I want to say the two that are in the middle there are the ones that are not supposed to be ready till like October, the end of October or whatever. But so I do have some early corn, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably put the early corn in here, possibly. If not, we're going to try carrots again. I really want to try carrots and possibly radishes. But I'm going to stir this bucket up. Before I do that, I have some worm castings and stuff down there, so we'll put the worm castings in, we'll stir that up, and then we'll mix that up because the straw has already started breaking down, and I want to mix that into that, get that incorporated in there, and then we'll probably put a light layer of soil on top of that. So all for another video, probably next week. If I get to it tomorrow, maybe we'll do it tomorrow, but most likely it's going to be like next week's video. We're going to take care of that. Let me get so tomato wise, I don't know if I can bring all these over. So we did pretty good. There are some with a couple with blemishes on them. Again, it's probably the watering. So we got 6 tomatoes. Not bad at all. And I think I have 4 in the fridge, 4 or 5 in the fridge. So I might be able to chop these up and make a little pico de gallo or something. And we'll see. I don't know how these tomatoes are. They're kind of small for what they say, beef boy. They seem kind of small. So anyway, guys, I really want to thank everybody for following along. We're up to 147 subscribers. The goal I want to meet right now is 150, so we're 3 away. So those of you who are watching and aren't subscribed, if you could do me a favor, smack that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. I promise you, it doesn't cost you anything. Subscribing just means you're selecting my channel to watch, right? So it comes up more frequently, or it comes up in your feed more frequently. You're not funding me. Subscription just means that you're at my channel, you're watching my channel, and you want to see from my channel. I don't have a pay anything at them. I don't have a I'm not sure what they call it, but I don't have that. So subscribing does not mean you're paying. It is free. So just hit that subscribe button if you would, and click that little bell notification. If you click the bell notification, it will go to your feed. I don't know if it goes to the top or the bottom or what, but it will go to your feed and notify you when I do put videos out. So if you would, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we only got about 3 more to go. We'll hit the 150. Ultimate goal, I'd love to be at 500 by the end of the year. And then we'll have to work on the watchtowers. Watchtowers is going to be the next big thing. So anyway, guys, thanks again for subscribing. Thanks for watching with me. And thank you for all that you do in the community. And make sure you keep the comments coming. Comments help. It really brings us up. And look at that. Didn't even see that guy. Comments help, pushes the video out to more. So comment. If you see something I'm doing wrong, please make sure to tell me so I can learn from you. You can learn from me, and we all learn stuff together. Thanks again. God bless. Have a great week, and we'll catch you on the next video.